Look, in all honesty, I wish I had like a camera I could show you. This storm is crazy. There's thunderstorm warnings, there's tornado warnings all over the place. But listen, man, we're gonna get this news to you. I promise you that. One thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get this news to you. Okay? Listen, man. Game 5. All right, let me regroup. Okay. Game 5 was Game 5, I ain't gonna lie. It was good until it wasn't. It was good until it wasn't. But let's get into it, man. Let's jump right into it. Let's jump right into it. We didn't already had everything else happen, man. Okay. Here we go. All right, man. NBA Finals Game 5, bro. This was a good one, like I said. Up to the point where we got to the final score, man.
Are all so close to a championship.
Okay. Let me know if y'all can hear, man. Make sure y'all can hear. Let me know. Let me know. This is an important game. This is an important game. Tank, I'm sorry. You're going to have to face reality on this one. Okay? You're going to have to face reality on these. Okay. Enough of the long talk. Let's get to it. Where we at? We already know the presentation in the finals is ass. I don't want to see this anyway. Okay, let's go. All right, here we go.
In game 1, overall 7 and 3 on the road.
But he's fouled out of 2 straight games. He is too important of a defender.
All right, here we go. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all right now. Okay? I'm going to tell y'all right now. The Thunder was trying to put everything through the rim this game. It was actually kind of crazy. It was actually kind of crazy. Okay? Chetty, I don't know how he made this layup. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. For all the shit that I was talking about Chet Holmgren, I like the way he played this game. I'm not going to lie. He was still, you know what I'm saying, trying to guard the perimeter. He was still a liability, but I like the way Chet played this game today. Okay? We'll look at the numbers later. Well, listen, real quick, 4-4. Both teams playing with a lot of urgency. This is a big swing game, okay? The series tied 2-2. Siakam. Come on, man. You know he's going to knock those down. Turnover. Constant theme of these playoffs. Jay Will went stupid. You hear me? Okay? 9-8, man. 9-8. Chetty. Told you. Chetty came to play today. Here we go, man. You can see already it's back and forth. It's back and... Come on, man. All right, here we go. 12-11. 12-11. He couldn't be stopped. J. Will couldn't be stopped all game. It didn't matter where he was going. All right, yeah, here we go. Another turnover. Siakam. Down the floor. Pace and space. Pace and space. Slow it down. Slow it down. Hold on. Hold on. Nigga. I told you he was doing whatever he wanted. Nigga was playing on rookie mode. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, it's pretty. It's pretty. I'm so glad. That was so nice. Hold on, man. I didn't see that right. I don't think I saw that right. Let me put my shades on. Listen, man. OKC at home is a different beast, bro. OKC at home is a different beast. Tough bucket. Tough bucket. Tough bucket, but you can see 23-15 early. They running. They're running, okay? Wiggins, he was a no-show. He was a no-show game 4. He was here today. He was here today, I'll tell you that much. Today was a day for the others. Today was a big day for the others, including Indiana. We'll see. We'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Here we go, Mathurin. Needed every single one. Shai. This is when Shai just start going to work, bro. Finding the others. This nigga couldn't miss. Casey Wallace has been MIA all series. He couldn't miss in game 5. But, woo, there go Chetty. There go Chetty. All right, into the first quarter, Thunder up by 10, man. Thunder up by 10. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, okay, Thunder at home. I'm not sure how the Pacers respond to this, man, because Once again, somebody didn't show up. You know who I'm talking about. I don't care about no calf strain. You know who I'm talking about. Nah, it's all right. It's all right, Tank. Okay, 10-point game. Another turnover. I need like a little counter right up here. How many turnovers do they have this game? And Wiggins, he couldn't miss. He couldn't miss. This was bad. Come on, man. That's Chet, boy. All right, here we go. Here we go. Starting to extend that lead. Is anybody going to play defense today? Is anybody going to play defense today? Holy crap. Is anybody going to play defense today? Oh, my gosh. J-Dub was doing whatever he wanted. I mean, I keep saying the same thing because it's true. Because it's absolutely true. Once again, another turnover. Fast break. Guess who? Woo! Freaky lay. We like the freaky ones. And one. 44-32. Nah, it was getting heavy. It was getting heavy. SGA wasn't as tired today. Man, it don't matter. If he gets to that free throw line, count him. If he gets to the free throw line, count him. Come on, man. Chet Holmgren was everywhere today. Pull. Couldn't find it. Couldn't find it. Indiana couldn't find it. Kobe. Listen, man, how many times do they need to see it? It's not even that they need to hear it, but how many times do they need to see it? Jay Will can shoot. I mean, at this point, what are we talking about? The 1-2 step from Nimhart just wasn't working today. It honestly wasn't working. Every time he did it, he stopped in his tracks. Man, the #1 defense showed up today, man. It was actually crazy. Chetty, 1-2. Get his own. Go back up. He's a 7-footer. He's a 7-footer. Okay, here we go. 56-43. Coming to the end of the second. This nigga couldn't. He couldn't miss if he tried. Where did he come from? Free throw line, too easy. Free throw line, too easy. SGA is in his bag right now. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Talk about coaches. There was a severe lack of adjustment, I feel like, at this point in the game. At this point in the game, there was a severe lack of adjustment, I promise you. Because, and I haven't seen it yet, but Nakano was going stupid in this game. And your boy right here who doing the crazy no look, what a shitbag performance he put on. Come on. What a horrible performance did he put on. I know he was hurt. I know what you want to say. I know he was hurt. So what? So what? Be effective. Be effective. There's only so much you can do when you don't play defense. Oh my gosh. 73-62, but this game wasn't over. This game actually wasn't over. It was kind of crazy. Good lay. Lefty. Good lay. Lefty. Okay. Here we go. The McConnell show starts now. Tune in. This boy was balling. Deserved way more minutes. Deserved way more minutes. 75-66. McConnell. Ooh-wee. I bet you didn't expect that. That's McConnell, boy. Come on, man. Look at it topping. Okay, now Pacers starting to realize we gotta play basketball today. Outperform the starter. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. SGA, good steal. Good steal. Push it. Push it. Guess who? Guess who? He wanted to win. He wanted to win today. 83-76. Coming to the end of the third. SGA free throw line. You already know what time it is. Get him ready. McConnell had no chance. McConnell actually had no chance. It's kind of crazy. That nigga was shooting, though. Look at him. Look. Okay. This is the difference, okay? What we're seeing on the screen right now, this is the difference between your star guy, the dude who's getting all the hype, getting all the accolades. Yes, he plays hard at times, and don't get me wrong. But this right here, this is how you win a finals basketball game, okay? It takes everything. Look at my man on the floor, bro. Look at my man's on the floor. McConnell was hooping. McConnell was hooping. Yeah, Jalen Williams, 20-3. No, he went crazy. Okay, here we go. 87-79.
Whenever you can get stopped, it fuels your offense.
Look at him playing through McConnell right now. Playing through the star right now, the real star. Finding open teammates. Come on, man. That's Pacer basketball. That's Pacer basketball. This game is now close. Okay? After the flurry of McConnell buckets, and I'm going to give him his just due because I don't think he gets enough credit for what he's doing for this team, bro. We just saw it was a 10-plus lead damn near the whole first half. McConnell comes in, high energy, high effort, knocking down some shots, getting teammates involved. Look at the score that we're looking at right now. It's a 5-point game late in the fourth. And you know, hey, if the Pacers are within 3, they got a chance. Come on. Come on.
Obviously, we're going to buckle down a little bit more.
This is when the game started getting good.
You know, it's the finals, and they're stepping up to the challenge. You got to tip your hat, and we'll be ready for the fourth quarter.
But you got to deal with Shai. You got to deal with the MVP. Just gets what he wants. Easy left. Easy left. Score jumped up again, 92-84. Okay, turnover. Siakam. 2 hands for safety. 2 hands for safety. Come on, man. This game was close. Till it wasn't. Ooh, good block. Good block. Dang, lucky bounce. Good board. Good board. Nembhard was MIA, bro. He had that one really nice shot against Shai and then disappeared. I don't know what happened to him. Siakam's a vet, bro. He wants to win the second ring. Come on. SGA, 1-2. Swing, swing. Jalen Williams couldn't miss. He couldn't miss, bro. I promise you. I promise you he couldn't miss. Here we go, man. Still, 5-point game. Oh, my gosh. Who was that? Nembhard. Horrible pass, bro. What happened to him? What happened to Nembhard, bro? In and out. Got killed. Top of the key. Shai, another assist. When you hear him screaming at Lou, bottoms. Here we go. Still a close game. 6-point game. Jay Will. Woo! Bag work. Bag work. I don't. Okay. Okay, hold on. Because I don't know how he got that off. I actually don't know how he got that off. He jumped twice on the same leg. Mind you, I think it was a travel, but it looked good. Look at this. Look at this. Hold on. Look at this. Spin. Get off me. Not good enough. 1, 2. Weird. Off glass. If they don't call it, it don't count. Come on. 35 in the fourth. Another steal. Another turnover. SGA, your MVP. This was so nasty. That was so nasty. Oh, my gosh. Listen. Like I said, man, I'm not rooting for either team, but this is good basketball. It's crazy to see how these niggas is actually hooping high off glass. High off glass. Man, Caruso getting on the floor. Really wants the game. You got to actually want to win. That's been the difference all series, man. Let's be honest. Pacers can't hold on to the basketball. I like these, though. I like these, though. Stay in there. Stay in there. Might be too late, though. 113 and 101, man. 4 minutes. Nail in the coffin. Nail in the coffin, bro. Nail in the coffin. Oh, shimmy. That might have been for 40. I think that was for 40. Yeah. Yeah. 40 points in year 3. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it, actually. I don't know how he dunked that. I don't know how he dunked that in, bro. Did y'all? It happened so fast. I don't even think you saw it. Look at this shit. Hold on. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. He dunked this over Chet. It just. No box out. Watch your head. Watch your head. Too little, too late, though, man. Honestly, too little, too late, bro. 120, 109. All right. 120, 109, man. It was, like I said, it was a good game up until it wasn't, if I'm being honest with y'all, man. Okay. I don't want to get too deep in my bag, okay? I don't want to get too deep in my bag. But let's break up these numbers, man. Because the numbers will always tell you the story of the game, no matter how you look at it. Okay? And before we go too deep, you already know, man. You already know we're going to have to bring in the expert analyst. The man himself, I do believe he's 5 for 5 on these games. Okay? You know him. U-Haul. U-Haul, brother. Are you here, man? Please tell me. Come on, bro.
Come on, man. You know where I'm at.
Man, listen.
You know where I'm at.
Man, listen. Okay, first of all, I want to ask you, how in the hell do you know what's going to happen in these games, man? How are you calling these games to a T?
Bro, I'm a real hooper, man. At
Come on,
heart.
man.
I mean, I'm a real hooper at heart. You know, I'm a jack of all trades. You know what I mean? I'm a jackknight, if you will. But
Come on,
listen,
man.
I'm a real hooper. Ball is life, man. I see the game, man. I see the game, bro.
It was
You know what I
crazy,
mean?
man.
So
It was
yeah. No,
actually crazy.
all jokes aside, like, nah, this has been a great series. And it's a really good matchup, man. It's a really good matchup. I think one thing that I'm sure you remember, like Leon said, there's certain parts in the game where the the energy kind of shifts a certain type of way, and you can kind of tell by body language and just who's hype and who's not, who might have a better chance of winning the game, and that's how I've just been calling these things. So, but yeah, man, I'm just glad I've been right this entire time.
Hey,
Glad I've
absolutely,
been right.
absolutely, man. You you Deanie, man. But listen,
You
tell
Deanie's crazy.
tell me what you take away from Game 5, man. Honestly, I felt like a lot of people getting into it. It was a back and forth game. It seemed like it could go either way, and then at the end there, man, it got kind of crazy. What do you take away from this game?
Honestly, Jalen Williams said this at the end of this game, and he was absolutely right. This was game one. The only difference is OKC finished the game. Because if you look at all the stats again, I mean, I know me and you were watching the game together.
Yeah, man.
Rebounds, steals, turnovers, so on. I mean, it almost mirrored exactly how game one went. But like I said, the only difference is OKC down the stretch they finished. Jalen Williams came out, gave great production, 40
Buckets,
ball,
40 ball.
and not for nothing, bro. Is only in year 3.
It's
You know what I'm
actually it's
saying?
actually bro, 46, 4 assists. Throw a steal in there too. It was
Right.
actually insane.
Yeah. He's going crazy, bro, for a year 3 player. You know what I mean? That's nothing but a lot of promise. You know what I mean? And not for nothing, he's going to get paid, bro.
Come on, man.
he's going to
Hey,
get a
cut the
bag,
check.
bro.
Cut the check.
He's
Like,
going
for
to get
real.
a bag. You drop a 40 ball in the finals, brother. You're getting paid, man.
And this
You're
is
getting paid.
and mind you, this is a swing game as well. The series was tied 2-2. Come on, bro. This is like
Mm-hmm.
damn near one of the biggest games of the year. Dropping a 40 ball, and then right behind them, you got Shai with 31, bro. They combined 71 points together.
Yeah, bro.
I
mean,
mean,
you got to add too. He had 10 assists on top of the 31, 4 blocks and 2 steals.
No, it's actually
You know what I
crazy.
mean? So
No, it's actually crazy.
Yeah, right. So them MVP talks about maybe we should give it. No.
Mm-mm.
We're gonna keep the main thing the main thing. It's still Shai, but when you look at this game, you're getting that type of production. I mean, you still had Wiggins giving you 14. You had Wallace
Come on.
giving you 11. You know what I mean? And Wallace surprised me. He only missed 1 shot. I think all his shots were threes. Oh, he was 3 or 4.
4 for 5. Yeah,
And he
3
still had-
4.
Yeah, he still had a block, but he had 4 steals. Caruso, he only had 2, 2, and 2, but he had a block and 4 steals.
And 4 steals.
Like
The turnovers were insane, bro.
Insane.
Insane.
So, I mean, I know we're going to get into it about Mr. No Show, but
Talk about him.
To shoot him bail, this defense is real, man. Like that defense wins championships. That number 1 defense shit is true. You can see it. Holly can't get a shot off, bro. Like
Nah.
it's easy to say like he should be doing this, he should be doing that. But when you have a team that predominantly can switch everything, everybody can guard every position. You know what I mean? And when they go a 2 big lineup, which I think is genius that they started this game off with a 2 big lineup, it set the tone real early. It still makes it hard for everybody it makes it hard for OKC to not be able to be stopped on defense. You can't penetrate that defense. And then on the flip side, on offense, they ran the majority of their offense at the beginning of the game through Hartenstein. So everyone was coming straight downhill. So much stuff was getting open. I mean, it's bro. OKC's tough, dog.
Okay, no,
OKC's tough.
To your point, bro, I will say I have never, we was watching the game. I have never in my entire life of watching basketball literally seen a team make a wall and the offense literally not be able to pass. Like, it was weird. It was like watching some medieval knight niggas with a spear and a shield just like 300 type shit. Like they could not pass the 3-point line, and I was like, these are pros. These are pros. This is insane. This defense from the OKC Thunder is legit, bro. Like, I mean, if we haven't been able to tell all season, like this shit is crazy. Excuse my language for cussing on G3SN, but goddamn, okay, defense was nuts. All right, but I do want to look at something though, because you said we kind of throw homie a life raft, if you will. I don't even really want to say his name right now. You throw homie, throw him a life raft, but take a look at this shit right here, okay? And I don't know if this was by design, and I don't know if this was planned, if this is coaching, if this is strategy. If this is strategy, this is the most high-level shit I've ever seen. Look at this, okay? And I just happened to stumble on this. Take a look at this. I'm going to play the audio, too.
So far, through the first 5 games, something really peculiar.
Look at this shit. Just listen and watch
is
this.
Happening even before his calf injury. These are all his layups. We'll start in the paint. You start to see his floaters come in. Such a beautiful game. But yeah, there's a free throw shot and another free throw shot. And then look at all these jumpers. What do they have in common? These are all
What are we seeing right now?
shots.
He about to point it out.
They're all on the right side of the floor. The dude has yet to make a shot on the left side of the court. Look at this.
Did you hear what this nigga, did you hear what he just said, bro? Halliburton has yet to make a shot on the left side of the court. Now, okay, you might think, okay, whatever. He made a bunch of them on the right. He can still score. But it's like, you're also being one-dimensional. No shit that can stop you. You go the same way every time. And then this is what we were talking about last episode about progression, right? We got these stars who we want to crown and we want to give memes and we want to make all these cool, you know what I'm saying, TikToks and shit like that. But when it comes down to the swing game of the finals, it's the biggest game of the year. Number one, the team knows exactly what you're going to do. You're going to go right every time. And now, if you were somebody who just couldn't be stopped, it's one thing. But that's not the case, man. We're seeing time and time again. Now, is this his fault or is it coaching? I don't know. But it's just like, if I'm OKC, you've just made our job way too easy, bro. Way too easy. Oh, you're going to do the dribble handoff to the right-hand side and then try to pull for game every single time? You think we're going to fall for it? You think we're going to fall for the banana in the tailpipe every time, cuz? No. Come on, man. This is something that I'm pointing out too. And then, we throw in the injury, right? I give grace to the injury because injuries are freak, man. You really can't. You never know when it's going to happen. Hallie is failing you. Absolutely, Tank. Absolutely. You never really know what an injury would do, like how a player is feeling, yada, yada, yada. But my sentiment is always, if you can play hard. If you can't do one thing, be effective in another area. It's like Bruce Lee said. The nigga said, be like water, bro. If you can't do one thing, make an adjustment and make somebody else, benefit from your adjustment. A la McConnell. Hello. Now, this gets me back to my point about coaching. Maybe this was actually just the first bad game coach that we've seen from Carlisle, bro. I mean, I don't know what exactly happened. No left at the professional level is absolutely crazy, Ghost. And we've seen this firsthand. I know how much this bugs you, but we're seeing it. I mean, it's like you can lie about a whole lot of shit on this show, but one thing you're not going to do is lie about the numbers, okay? G3S ain't going to get you right every time. U-Haul, please let me know, man. What did you think about the strategy going into this? And I know we talked about the defense, but like how exactly are the Thunder stopping this number, mind you, the number one offense in the NBA? How are they stopping this team in this manner, bro?
Bro, it's that. So it seems like, I want to touch on a couple different things. One, the Pacers like to play fast. So there's times in this game where they're just like, okay, well, let's just let them play fast then. And as you know, the faster you move, the more prone you are to making mistakes. Mm-hmm. So a lot of those turnovers, I mean, we watched the game. How many times did we see OKC just score, the Pacers run down, and Nimhard just throws the ball backwards and nobody's there. You know what I mean? Or they're trying to make a quick decision, trying to move real fast, and it ends up being like a faulty turnover. And now OKC's right back in transition again. I think part of what they're doing defensively is not letting them necessarily set up an offense and just continuing to let them play fast. You know what I mean? If you don't slow down to try to set up a play, if you don't slow down to try to get somebody involved, I mean, I think Holly is a good testament to this. They're speeding him up. Their only real score is Siakam. He had 28, and they can kind of put him on an island so he can go to work from there. And that ended up being what they did predominantly for their offense. But outside of that, they've just been speeding up a team that likes to play fast. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But there is a cap. If you start playing fast without control, you start making a lot of turnovers.
A
You
lot of
start making a lot of
mistakes.
mistakes.
A lot of
And that's
mistakes.
exactly what this game showed.
Absolutely. Absolutely,
Also,
man.
I want to ask a question too, because I didn't think about it during the time we were watching the game, but since I've been spending the last couple of days thinking about it, you showed the graphic where Holly was going right,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just thinking about like from a hooper's perspective. I know he has weird shot mechanics, so I want to ask you: do you think a lot of the reason as to why he's been going right, outside of he's been forced to,
Mm-hmm.
is because shooting the way he shoots, it's probably harder to get his shot off going to the left hand side of the basket. Do you think? What do you think about that? Or am I just making some shit up?
No, that's a great question, and I'm gonna tie in another sport to kind of answer this question. So if you remember baseball, right? There was a period in time, and I think they have gone away with it since. But there was a period of time when, in the Major League Baseball, a defense could do what was called a shift, right? So if you're a right-handed hitter and a team gets numbers on you and they know every time you swing the bat, it goes to the left, no matter what, like 95% of the time. Every time you swing the bat, it goes to the left. Every time you swing the bat, it goes left. What defenses started doing in the MLB is doing what's called, like I said, a shift. They would literally shift the whole defense to the left and leave the right side wide open. Okay, so I had brought this up to one of my coworkers one day, and I'm like, "Oh man, but should they do away with the shift? Yada yada yada." And he said one of the coldest things to me. He said, "No, you're a professional athlete. Learn how to hit the ball the other way." And so that's my answer to your question. Absolutely, the fuck not, bro. should he learn how to use his left hand as a pro, getting paid however many million? Yes. Absolutely. You're the starter of a professional franchise, bro. And this is what bugs me. For the same reason why I love Halliburton, the same reason why this shit bothers me is because when you want to come to Cleveland swinging your nuts, when you want to hit the choke shit, when you want to do all these antics, when you want to flex in front of your pops, but you can't go left and you hurt your calf, and then you don't know if you can go, you're babying it, you're wrapping it, and then your backup is outperforming you. I don't want to hear that shit, bro. Okay? I don't want to hear it. If you're gonna play hard, make adjustments. This is what being a pro, this is what being a good pro is about. And this is what I always gotta allude. And this is what that man made look too easy. Okay? There was a lot of things about LeBron's game when he first got into the league that a lot of people would say was incomplete. A lot of people say he couldn't shoot. I bet you won't say that shit now. A lot of people say he had no bag, right? There's a big meme. LeBron has no bag. I bet you he'll box you, he'll dribble you into a fucking box to this day. All right? We got to get better, and we got to hold the star players accountable. All right? If you can't go left, if they know you can't go left, well, then you need to work on that, okay? You need to hit them with that in game 5 because you know what? They're probably not expecting it because you've been going right all series. I know I'm long-winded, but listen, I cannot give a pass to this type of shit, man. It's just for a guy like this, and I don't even know who this is, Kurt Goldsberry, excellent video, man. For somebody like this who's not playing, not on the court, not coaching, they notice it. You don't think the best defense in the league noticed it? Ghost Protocol noticed it. Listen, we all can see it.
Fair point.
It's like,
That's
no, bro,
point.
enough is enough. Enough is enough. Stop with the antics if you're not really about that life. If you're not ready to shoulder the load, I don't want to hear it. And that brings me to my next point. Okay, so I don't know if you've heard any of the news about the Halliburton calf injury, but we all know. You never really know injuries in calves, and when you get to the lower leg, it's very finicky. I watched the post game or pre-game presser with Halliburton, and I'm telling you, bro, he did everything except the voice quivel in his interview. That man is, to me, I do not think he's ready to play. To me, I think OKC has taken the heart out of Halliburton. Let me be completely honest. I think he is no longer competitive, bro. And if I get proven wrong, if I actually get proven wrong, then that's just is what it is. But what do you think about, like, how do you think he's going to be able to affect Game 6? Will he even be ready for Game 6? Should he play in Game 6, especially with the way McConnell was playing? I want to hear from the expert. Please, bro, let me hear your thoughts on this.
I got three things, maybe two. I think more so two. So the reason why I said OKC was going to win Game, what is this, 5, 6? Mm-hmm. Game
five.
five.
Yep.
The reason why I thought they were going to win that game is because Holly looked out of it. You know what I mean? They spent hard, and I know as like a sports athlete, like when you're playing against a team and you have given every ounce of effort that you could possibly give, and I'm not saying Holly did, I'm saying more so the Pacers.
Mm-hmm.
When you've given every ounce to win a game, you know what I mean, and the game was in your favor, but down the stretch, you can't finish the game, and this other team just finds a way to beat you, and then you play them again back home, and they do the same exact thing again. I think it adds a level of depletion to you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I think in all of the losses that OKC has given the Pacers, there's always like a freeze frame where the camera views are like gets right on Holly's face and he just looks beat. So to answer the
bewildered, bro. Absolutely bewildered.
To answer the question, no, this game is over within 6. It's over within 6. The series is over within 6.
Remember, bro, Obama took out Osama. This is the same thing, but it happened in basketball. It might be, man. I'm not sure where Holly Bucket. I'm almost ashamed to have coined that phrase, man. Got me looking crazy on my own shit. Halliburton, man, has been disappointing to say the least, and it's not for lack of team effort, bro. Because we're seeing it from Siakam, we're seeing it from McConnell, bro. We're seeing it from the others. We're seeing, from Ben Matherin, who had 30 the other day. And so it's just like, man, I can't let this.
I gotta ask. Sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead.
But I gotta ask because you brought him up. I just want to touch base on him real quick. If you are Rick Carlisle
mm-hmm.
and you see that Holly does not look like he is able to give you more than what this is, in possibly the last game of the finals, do you stifle his minutes to play T.J. McConnell? What do you do as a coach, bro?
Okay. I think the right answer is you play the hot hand, no matter who it is, right? It's the NBA Finals. We all know there's ebbs and flows in this game. Some players get hot, some players go cold. So you have to ride the hot hand. Excuse me. Right now, T.J. McConnell, in my opinion, is the hot hand. And it's not even just Game 5, but whenever he steps on the floor, he creates a huge shift in the team's energy, in the team's flow. Things, honestly, seem to flow better. Now, is that because he's just a backup and game plan, things like that? Possibly. I don't know. What I would say is you go with the high hand, but I think what we're going to see is if Halliburton is healthy, we get into the point where we're talking money, bro. We're talking money. We're talking about a league that is only going to accept a certain amount of things because we're talking revenue. We're talking TV set. We're talking a bunch of other shit at this point. You know what I'm saying? That comes into play. Don't get me wrong. I know this. If it was me, I would play Halliburton. If he looked me in my eye and said, "Coach, I'm ready to play. I'm not going to let you down. Look, bro, you got us this far. I'm gonna give you the ring, bro. I'm gonna give you a chance." Now, about 5 minutes into that first quarter, if I see even a sniffy, an ounce, an inkling, a winkling of the same bullshit that I've seen outside of, not even really outside of Game 1, for these last 5 games, hey, my boy, I got a real comfortable NBA seat right next to me, bro. Come sit down. Your calf is hurting, bro. That's the way we're going to spin this. Come sit down. Put the ice on his calf. I want you to put the warm-ups on to make it look good for him at least. Make it look like this was actually an injury why he couldn't play. But if you playing like ass in my last game, you're done. You're done, brother. This is because let's be honest. What did we just see happen with Coach Tibbs? What did we just see happen? What did we just see happen with Coach Mike Malone? What did we see with Mike Budenholzer? What's going to happen when this Pacer team loses the finals because of a shitty performance from their star point guard? It's not going to be the point guard, is it? Answer me this, U-Haul. What's going to happen?
No, you're right. You're right.
Carlisle's gone.
Absolutely right.
So if I'm Rick Carlisle, I'm doing the best thing for the team, unless I get told otherwise. And I'm not trying to I'm not calling no cards unless I get told otherwise. I'm playing the best thing for my team. And it might not be Halliburton. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I'm gonna say, man.
I think Rick Carlisle has the cachet at this point to do a move to do something like that. Sometimes, I kind of wrestle with myself back and forth with that answer, with that question, because I 1000% agree with you. If one player doesn't look like he's ready to be in that spotlight, or if he's struggling, or if he's hurt, I understand from a coaching standpoint making that adjustment. I guess long term, like, if does that demoralize Holly? You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you gotta hoop though. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta hoop, man.
You can't get outshined by Matthew McConaughey, bro. Like, there's no way, bro. You know
And much less, bro. Even Matthew. Oh my God, Matthew McConaughey. Holy shit. Okay. Even much further, bro. It's not even that. That's not the only backup he's getting outperformed by, which is crazy. Like, even if you go on the other side, Caruso's, like, we looked at the numbers from Caruso between games 2 and 3, and his numbers match Holly's. It's like you're giving a guy a lot of minutes and you're not getting a lot of production. Simple as that, man. Yeah. If this were a business, they would you have to cut the losses. You got to, whatever is hindering us from profiting, we have to cut the shit out. No matter who it is, man. I know the Pacers are going to be at home in this game too, so it's gonna be something that it'll be a hot button issue for sure. It's gonna be a tough decision. I'll say that for Coach Carlisle. It'll definitely be a tough decision, man.
Either way, I think it's packed up in 6, bro. I think it's packed up in 6.
I have the tendency to agree with you, brother. I think predictions, man. I really honestly don't think Indiana has an answer for this, man. I don't think they have a counterpunch. So is that your official prediction? Thunder. Yeah. Thunder win their first ring tomorrow night. We heard it here.
This not going 7, bro. Not after the last 2 games I watched, bro. This not going 7. There's no way this goes 7.
I honestly don't think so either, man. But all right, man. That's gonna wrap up Game 5. Game 6 is tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna watch it. We're gonna dissect it. Hopefully, either we're gonna crown a champion, or we might get a crazy Game 7. But anyway, man, it is time to move on, and we got some other crazy news. Okay, and this one, it has nothing to do with the finals, but it does have something to do with one of NBA's most popular, most famous teams, right? The LA Lakers, man. The Lakers have sold the majority of their ownership to a new person. It's not the Buss family anymore. All right. This is breaking news, man, and this could shift a lot in the league based on, how they end up making moves. Fuck Ohio. My power just went out. Oh, you too? Yeah, hey, I hope you're safe, bro. Yeah, just make sure you're good, man. This storm is actually crazy. This storm is actually crazy. Make sure y'all good out there, man. But listen, the Lakers, man, got a new owner, new management. U-Haul, what's your take on this, man? What's your take on this?
Man, good, bro. Good.
About time.
Good. I don't know who, bro. I'm gonna hop in my bag real quick, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hope you good,
Tank. I'm in my bag, so just bear with me. Brother, I can't stand Jeannie Buss, bro. God damn. I can't stand that bitch. I mean, I'm sorry. We respect women. I'm sorry.
We do respect. We respect women on G3.
I can't stand Jeannie Buss, bro.
We respect women.
Cannot, man.
Get in your bag, though.
I never understood any move that she made as the owner. You know what I'm saying? You fire, you let Magic Johnson, who got LeBron James there, walk. All he wanted was a higher position. You said, nah. Then you give the GM position to Rob Pelinka. Backstory, Rob Pelinka was Kobe Bryant's agent. Mm-hmm. Nobody likes Rob Pelinka as an agent. Why would you hire him as a GM? And then we spent the last 7 years of LeBron's career talking about, well, how come he can't get these deals done? How come they can't get these deals done? It's because when Rob was a agent, no one liked how he was snaking people to get people around Kobe. So now that he's a GM, of course they're not gonna help him out. Get rid of him. Like,
come on,
Jeannie's a dumb, bro. I cannot stand that Jeannie. Nothing that she did made sense. They had a chance to get Kawhi. She butched that. They had a chance to get Kyrie. They butched that. The best thing they did after Magic got Bron was get Anthony Davis, but I still think that happened underneath Magic.
Probably did.
Since Rob's been there and she's been the owner, what have they actually done to make the team better? And don't say Luka, because Luka that was an accident. I'm not gonna lie to you. Nico is just a dickhead. He's just an idiot. There's they didn't orchestrate nothing crazy to No, like Luca fell in their lap by accident.
It was literally a firehouse sale that nobody saw coming.
Come on now.
It didn't make any sense. Like people still don't understand how that happened.
Bro, the Lakers could have had Miles Turner. He's been on the trade block for like 5 years.
Look at him
now.
now.
Miles Turner in the finals, bro.
Look at him now.
Come on, like I don't know. When Rob Pelinka, and I hope that the new owner starts just clearing house, bro. They need a new GM, man. They need a new GM. I'm glad they have new ownership. I think she still has stake, but she sold enough to make like 10 billion or something like that from what I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they need a new GM, bro. They need a new GM. I like the coach because I like JJ a lot. They finally started doing stuff that a team would do to start winning games. But you need someone who actually understands the game of basketball. Get Rob Pelinka the fuck out of the office, bro. Please. Like, good gracious. I'm tired of the Lakers being ran like a fucking like a family business. I mean, it is a family
restaurant.
Like, yeah, like a family restaurant,
right.
bro. Like a mom and pop shop, bro. Like, no, get some people who know how they do their job, man. Please. Because getting people off vibes, wasting years of LeBron James is pissing me off, bro.
No, absolutely. And we might only have, man, like I said before, I think we might only have one, maybe two, bro. Maybe two. But yeah, man, that's big news. That's big news. There's been a change in the Lakers management. And when I heard this news, I ain't gonna lie, I had to ask myself, who the fuck is Mark Walter? But apparently he's been around, bro. So take a look at this, man. If you're worried about all the changes, you don't quite understand him, you don't know who's running things now. I mean, this guy seems like he might be able to do a halfway decent job. So look at this. He's been the owner of the Dodgers, and has been the owner and helped lead them to 2 World Series championships. Now, if you know anything about the Dodgers, right? Who is he?
So he know what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing. Right, cool. He knows a little bit about sports, right? And it's not like he just popped onto the Lakers scene. He's been invested in LA for some time, man. Also invested in the Sparks as well. He's got a whole lot of diversity going on. And to me, the biggest thing that stands out is he knows how to win. Okay, 2 chips means a lot. All right, especially in baseball. It's a whole lot of games. But listen, so we got a new owner in Mark Walter, man. We'll see what he's able to do with the Lakers. But with that being said, man, that ain't the only thing that's being shooken up in the league, okay? We're talking about some of the greats. We're talking about some of the best basketball players probably of all time, man. You got to put KD somewhere up there, even if it's only in the scoring category, however you want to dissect it. His name got to be somewhere up there, man. KD apparently has officially, I think, voiced that he wants a trade, and I think he even gave out a list of teams that he would want to go to. And we're hearing a lot of news on that, man. We're hearing actually a lot of news on that. I'm hearing the couple teams that KD says he wants to go to, right? Miami, okay, San Antonio, and Houston. This is the word on the street. But more importantly, there's a lot of buzz about Minnesota, and they got a certain young player there that probably would benefit from somebody like Kevin Durant. Okay, if I'm being completely honest with you, and I know what you want to say. Oh, they clicking up, they teaming up. It is what it is at this point. There's no avoiding it. Even with any of those other 3 teams that I mentioned before, Miami, San Antonio, or Houston. Oh my God, Houston would be so filthy. I don't know what they would have to give up. But how you feeling about this KD news and him wanting to trade from Phoenix, man?
I'll answer that question with a question because I know I did this before. So, do you think at this point in time, Kevin Durant makes the difference of someone getting over the hump, like a team getting over the hump?
In my opinion, I would say yes. He still has that potency. Honestly, yes. Not from and maybe he's not 1A anymore. If that's what you're getting at, I may not call him 1A, but if you have Kevin Durant as a 1B, I think you're in pretty good shape. A healthy Kevin Durant, because look at this. I want to remind y'all of something. This was only last summer. Look at this right here, man. Okay, this was the Summer Olympics, right? This was some of the best basketball we've seen in a long time, if I'm being completely honest with y'all. USA was a team full of powerhouses, and some of these games was close, especially this one. KD goes 8 for 8, right? He's still performing at a high level, man. KD is still KD. Whatever shit show is going on in Phoenix with Devin Booker and all the rest of them, like everything else that happened there, I don't think that's a reflection of KD, bro, honestly. Now, is Father Time undefeated? Absolutely. Absolutely. Players get older, things change. But I still like KD. I think KD still brings value to any team he goes to, if I'm being completely honest with you.
Yeah, I was wondering how you're going to answer the question, because one of the things that he said during this like trade situation is he just wants to master more of the game of basketball. And I respect that. But when I hear somebody say that, and I'm thinking like, am I a team that wants to win games? Like, I don't know, based off that, does Kevin Durant care about winning? Like the way that I might need him to, if I'm like a young team like a Houston, to that's going to help me get to the next level. Because if he goes to the Warriors, or if he goes to the Wolves, right? The Wolves got to the second round of the playoffs. They're going to need him to add scoring because they want to go win like now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But is winning now a high priority of Kevin Durant? Because if not, then I wouldn't get Kevin Durant. If winning later on down the road, like, is more of a thing for him, then Miami, I guess, makes sense. They're not going to do anything anytime soon at all. They don't have anybody, and not for nothing, you're probably gonna have to get rid of Bam. So because you're not going to keep Bam, KD, and Tyler Hero. You know what I'm saying? There's no way.
Right.
If he goes to Houston, that might be the best bet. But again, that's a championship competing team. If he gets on that team, you might have to get rid of like a Jalen Green. I'm not sure if you keep Şengün or not, but they have a young core, so it's pieces. Like I don't know. And not for nothing, if I look at Houston, I don't think they need a Kevin Durant. I think they need a point guard. So I would be trying to get Trae Young if I'm Houston, but that's just me. Leave Şengün.
You don't like Freddie? You don't like Freddie in Houston?
I would leave him. I would leave Freddie. He still gives me that championship mentality. He's been there, done that, and he had a great year. I'm saying they need more scoring production from the point guard position. That's what hurt them this year. They have defense all over the place and they have size. You know what I mean? But they need somebody to get everybody else involved and stretch the floor. That's why I think Trae Young in that situation would make more sense if I'm Houston than Kevin Durant. So I don't know what it is that Kevin Durant wants to do. If he wants to win games now, then if you're San Antonio, you put him down there with Wemby, Castle, and Victor. But do you want to speed the timeline up for Victor, or do you kind of just want him to progressively become one of the best players we've ever seen? You know what I mean? Do you want to put that on him now to try to go win? Because you put Kevin Durant next to Wemby, everyone's going to expect there to be dramatic growth and for the Spurs to get far. Right now, there's no pressure. They can kind of just play. So,
but that only lasts. But to interject, that is only going to last for so long. I mean, we're seeing it with Anthony Edwards, right? Minnesota absolutely had no expectation to win anything. Anthony Edwards comes on the scene. He's looking like one of the best young players we've ever seen. People are making all these comparisons. We're putting all this weight on his shoulders. He's telling us he doesn't want it, but it's gonna come regardless. If Wemby comes out next season fully healthy with the monk haircut and he come out looking like Tim Duncan 2.0, the expectations are going to be there. San Antonio's expectations are going to be there. I mean, that's going to be a given. I think. I mean, in my opinion, man, if you could find a way to get, I mean, we called it the CP3 effect, right? I don't know if Kevin Durant is imparting as much wisdom as a CP3, but I mean, you're going to learn something. 6'11", shooting the lights out, can get to a spot. I mean, don't you think Wemby can benefit from something like that? Or even a Jalen Green looking at somebody like that? Because I feel like a lot of teams could benefit from a Kevin Durant. And I think the main thing, like we said earlier, I mean, Kevin Durant's even said it. That's why he left OKC. He didn't want to always be the main guy. right? He actually doesn't want that spotlight. He doesn't want that title. He said it before. So if you get somebody who's got some legs under him, they can shoulder 25 points a game, 26 points a game, and you get KD just being able to be KD and being a nightmare of a mismatch against anybody. I think he has value, man. If I'm being honest, I don't know where he should go. Where would I like to see him go? I don't know, man. I mean, Minnesota would be good TV. San Antonio would be good TV. But I guess we'll see, man. I guess we'll see. It seems like it's gonna happen this offseason, man. So it's definitely gonna be interesting.
If he cares about like winning and like doing some real damage before he's out of the league, because he's what, 36? 36, 37 years old?
Yep, 36.
36. So, I mean, and he's injury prone, so you got to worry about that. He hasn't played 65 games in like the last, I think, 5 years.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I think he was. Yeah.
So that's concerning. So it's like, again, like what I just don't know what Kevin Durant wants. But if he wants to go win, like, and do some damage, like I was saying, I'm going to Houston. I'm definitely going to Houston. You don't got to worry about playing defense. That's a huge team across the board.
Facts.
Jabari, you got Ahmed Thompson, you have Şengün if you're able to keep him. You know what I mean? Kevin Durant is also a huge individual as well too.
6'11".
And he adds floor spacing. I'm not sure if you keep Van Fleet or not. I wonder how that's going to go. There's no way they're keeping Jalen Green. And truth be told, I wouldn't keep Jalen Green. I think Jalen Green would fit better in a different system, which is why there's inconsistent play with how he plays. But besides the point, you still have Reed Shepherd, who was ridiculous at Duke. You pull him you keep him out of the G League, put him on the bench, keep him in rotation. That's another shooter. So, I mean, I think if he goes to Houston, that would be ridiculous. I think the most exciting place, if it's just for, hey, I'm just here to play basketball, there's no expectations here, would probably be San Antonio, because I don't think they're still trying to win anytime soon. You know what I mean? I think you just see Victor and KD, but I still don't think there's any expectations to try to win.
Especially in the West right now.
Especially in the West.
Especially in the West right now. You can pair a lot of people up right now, and it might not, it don't guarantee nothing. With the way OKC is playing right now, this is the worst time.
No, 1,000%.
Yeah.
The worst place I'd go to, though, if I am going to leave, I'm not going to Miami, bro. I'm not going to Miami.
I don't like Miami
and
either.
you gotta deal with what's my name, man? Pat Riley. Like, and how controlling he is. Like, not in no 37, bro. I'm not trying to listen to old ass Pat Riley. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I wonder what he's trying to play for at this point in time. It doesn't seem to be about like winning and trying to get on a championship team and try to take them to the next level. He just wants to master more of the game of basketball, and I respect that. But with that being said, I just wonder where he wants to go. Yeah.
Well, all right, man. We will. Hey, we're definitely gonna see, man. We'll keep following this story, as the summer progresses, man. But it'd be interesting to see KD could possibly be in yet another jersey, man. At a certain point, you kind of hope he could make one final run and maybe lay it down gracefully. 37 years, 17 years in the league, 2-time NBA champ, 2-time Finals MVP, man, and 1 regular season MVP. Now, granted, them chips come with an asterisk. I swear to God, you'll never not hear me say that. But them chips come with a little star next to it. But nonetheless, man, he got rings. He got the gold medal. You might be right, man. What more does KD actually have to play for? Who knows? But we'll see, man. All right, man. Now, we're going to kind of cross over into the W. And I already know who we're going to be talking about, man. Caitlin Clark has come back to the W. I think this was her second game back, and things got pretty heated, man. Things actually got pretty heated in this game, on the court and off the court. Okay, so let's dissect this real quick. Let's tap in with the Caitlin Clark news, because this is good basketball, man. If regardless of how you feel about the WNBA or that league or just this level of competition, or should they lower the rims, I say yes. But hey, people give me shit about that. But this is good basketball, man. And actually, before we do this, I'm curious. because I'm not even sure how much points she put up in this game, but I know it was something. It's crazy. Hold on real quick. We're gonna stat check real quick. Let's see if we can. Okay, last game. Okay, she got the dub, 20.6 assists, 2 steals. Okay, we see what's going on. All right, let's get to this vid, man. This is Caitlin Clark's second game back off of injury. She had been out for about 2.5, 3 weeks, right? And you already know, anytime she steps on the floor, it's just like beef with everybody because they can't stop her. All right, let's watch this.
All right.
Okay, right out of the gate. Right out of the freaking gate. All right. So apparently at this point, so we're in the 4th quarter right now, but she had been doing this all game. Okay. Okay, boom. Right here. It's starting to get chippy, but I like this though. I like this. Okay, Caitlin Clark is not one to just let you do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they're not actually going to box on the court. You got to actually stop her playing basketball. And I don't know if there's anybody that can do that. But anyway, we'll get more into that. Let's continue watching this, man. Okay, so we got somebody poking the bear. You already know when she get to clapping. Come on, man. This really might be the face of the W that we're looking at right now. Okay. Listen, I want to put something in perspective, and I'm gonna stop pausing. While she was out, nobody showed up to these games. Okay, keep that in mind. Not a single soul. I'm putting a little bit extra on it, but it was so bad, bro. They were trying to sell WNBA tickets for like $25 or something crazy like that. Okay, the impact Caitlin Clark has on the league is actually kind of crazy, bro. They better stop playing with Rick Owen. Come on, man. Look, she about to get in her duffel. Okay, look at the score right now. They're already up 20. The work at this point really has already been done. Bing, bing. At this point, they're just getting mad. She be yelling at bitches. She be yelling at them. Yeah. You like that? And she playing the Cobes. And she playing the Kobe's. I think she might have her own shoe coming out too.
Had it knocked away. Good hands by Allen. And Sheldon comes up with the steal.
Okay. This right here. This is real team spirit. She said, nah, you're not gonna push my star player. You're not gonna push my teammate like that. Have one of these. Sit down. All right, this is where we get started. Okay, boom, boom, instantly. You know when girls fight, they immediately grab hair. Okay, that was the first reaction. Break them up. You better break them up now. You better break them up now because it's about to get ugly. It's actually about to get ugly. Look at the score, mind you. Look at the score and look at the time. This game is over. W teammate, bro. Look at her fixing her ponytail. It's too late for all that. You've already been embarrassed. You already been embarrassed. I've never seen a fight in the W in my life. This is how shit is different, bro. It's getting different in the W, bro. Come on, CC is the reason. I'm not gonna lie to you. She said, watch this, watch this, watch this. You trying to tell me this wasn't intentional? Huh? She damn near about to body slam her down to the ground. She was never scoring this basketball. At this point, this is not about basketball anymore. I got a point to prove. Look at this. Hey! Come on, man. She stared her down the whole way like, get up, I dare you. And then bodied her on the way up. Okay? They don't play about CC in Indiana. Okay? That's the way she had the fever. They don't play about CC. Get down.
Yeah, I think no
okay.
question this will get upgraded.
Yeah, no question.
Okay, so we had these, right? A lot of drama. Watch this response. This is what the game is missing. I promise you. U-Haul. Yes. Look at this. Poked her in the eye. Hold on. We missed him. We missed him. Okay. Look at this bullshit. This is bad basketball. Look. Boink. Poked her in the eye. Poked her in the eye. Okay. Ugh. Right back. Right back to the action. You thought we was gone? No. Finally, her teammates stand up for it. Listen. No. None of that. This right here, though, if I was either one of them, I probably would walk away from 31, if I'm being honest. Watch what happened to CC.
Two were technicals. Charles got a technical.
I would leave that alone. If I'm being honest with you, I would absolutely leave that alone.
Two technicals and ejection.
You see, nobody continues confrontation with her. Nobody. I would be right there with him.
I thought everyone else was in there trying to
Look at them like, nah, they thought they was gonna get over on us. Watch this. Watch this, Becky. I scratched her eye.
I don't know. Do you consider that a fight?
Hey, they gotta chill with these. What's going on with this? Ejected. Okay. Listen, man. My point being, where am I at? My point being, man, that W heating up, boy. Okay, the W is heating up, and I'm watching. I'm watching, man. Caitlin Clark is good TV, man. I honestly, like you said, man, this is what the game is missing. Caitlin Clark, and not for nothing, word on the street is we got a whole lot of we got a whole new wave coming in too. PB Bukers, yeah, she might be like that. She might be like that, man. Paige Bukers might be like that too. I heard she had what did she have? Matter of fact, let's actually look it up because I want to know. Okay, because I want to know. How you spell her name? She got one of them weird last names. I do too, though. You know, but it is what it is. Let's look at this, man. Let's look at this. I want to say the season opener was something ridiculous, bro. The season opener was something was something different. Or am I tripping? 17? Hell no, that wasn't it. Hold on, we're gonna find these. Let me see. It might have been these right here, 35. In my mind, yeah, she just had 35. Listen, 35, 6, 4, 1, and 1. The league might be in good hands. Okay, y'all can't see this. Hold on. The league might be in good hands. Okay, Paige Bukers. Yeah, I like the way I like where the W is going right now. Okay, we trended in the right direction. Okay, we're getting away from the missed layups and we get into real buckets. All right, we in good shape. Okay, man. And then before we get out of here, man, we do have some new Madden gameplay. But before we get into that, U-Haul, you still with me? U-Haul, you still with me?
Come on, man. You know I'm here.
Come on, man.
I was letting you cook, brother. I was letting you cook. Man.
Listen, I appreciate that, and I think we know what time it is. And you listen, man. I'm gonna come clean with y'all, chat. I'm not privy to this new discussion. Okay, I feel like LeBron is doing like a new thing every other day, bro. I can't. It's hard to keep up, bro. It's hard to keep up. But U-Haul, let me pull on your expertise. Jesus Christ. Pause. Pause. Dear God. Let me lean on your expertise here for a second. There's this thing going around, man, and LeBron talking about the ring culture. Okay, now to my estimation, that sounds like the fact that anything everybody talks about is have you won a ring? Could you win a ring? Did you win a ring? But it might be more to it than just that. U-Haul, do you have what you know about this LeBron discussion about ring culture, bro?
Bro, I think LeBron is absolutely right. And here's my thing for anybody who sits here, because I be having used to have real heated conversations with like my dad and like all the OGs that care about ring culture. Jordan's better because he has more rings, yada yada. My favorite thing to say whenever I hear that is, okay, cool. Then that means JaVale McGee is better than Charles Barkley. No way.
Excuse me?
Yeah, exactly.
Excuse me?
Exactly. But if we're going based off rings, that's fine. But JaVale McGee is better than Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley don't got rings. JaVale McGee has 2 of them. So again, now it's like, no, but you gotta look at who's the better player and yada yada. Okay, then now we're right back to square one again. Because what does Jordan do that Bron isn't better at?
Come on, man.
Like, come on now. And not for nothing, whenever we bring up the ring conversation, we don't even talk. If we're going based off rings, then Jordan is still not the best. We're talking about Bill Russell. So
that's a fact.
So the two.
What do you have? 13? What do you have? 13?
He got 13 or 11. I know he has one of them as a coach.
It's nasty work.
Yeah, bro. So it's like, to LeBron's point, like, trying to set the standard of who's a better player based off of ring culture, or you didn't accomplish more or less because you don't have rings to show for it. It diminishes the game, just exactly like how LeBron does. And it doesn't show homage and pay homage to those who were great. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't talk about Pete Maravich enough and how great, bro, this man didn't win a championship at all. He averaged like 45 points a game in college with no 3-point line. Like, bro, if he had a 3-point line in college, bro, he he would have averaged like 70 a game at UCLA. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? He didn't go to no small time school. You know what I mean? We're talking about George Gervin. We're talking about like these old guys who were prolific that helped move the game forward. You know
Some
what I
real
mean? And we
legends.
never bring them up when it. Yeah. So the whole ring culture thing is something that like sports media has kind of gravitated and touched on. You know what I mean? And tried to use that as the gold standard to keep certain players in certain areas. And when a new person comes around, it's kind of their way of like diminishing them until they accomplish something. And I know we kind of brought up Anthony Edwards for a minute, but
Mm-hmm.
that's part of the reason why I feel like he's like, yeah, I don't want to be the face of the league because you have to deal with this unfair scrutiny. I think Jordan got criticized fairly, and then he won his first championship, and
Mm-hmm.
then we talked about him the way you talk about a champion. You know what I'm saying? But it's like once the people who watch Jordan play are now in media to talk about these new guys, they don't keep that same criteria, that same standard. You know what I'm saying? It's just, well, you didn't win enough. You didn't win enough. I know I saw Stephen A talk about Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's an underachiever. It's like, there's no way you believe that, bro. There's absolutely no way you believe that because he won one ring.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
After what he
was,
had, especially the way he, yeah, I would agree. Especially the way he had to do it in Milwaukee, Giannis, especially, and others,
right.
Man.
Right. I
I
mean, the
100%
last
agree.
ring that they won, was 48 years ago when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was
Facts.
Luau Cinder. This is before he changed his name. You know what I'm saying? Like, he came into the league with no expectation. Like, if Giannis Antetokounmpo, who wasn't a high pick, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
ended up having a career like Anthony Bennett, nobody would have blinked an eye. But he put the work in to become Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Facts.
So if you want to say something like the Bucks organization failed Giannis, that makes sense because you have this guy who's in his prime and you're only able to maximize one ring on him. That's crazy. You know, on the flip side of that, which I think is interesting, Stephen A didn't bring this up when it came to Giannis being a quote unquote underachiever. Do we also do the same thing for Joker?
Mm.
Is he also an underachiever? He only won one ring, and he won all these MVPs, and only has one ring to show for it.
He won.
So
Did he
that's
won 3 back to back?
yeah. So
Which is
that's
still crazy.
why, like, going back to this Bron clip of ring culture and the negatives about it. This is what he's talking about. Do we diminish Joker's ability as a basketball player? All of these MVPs and these turnaround, one-legged sidestep, 3-point shots at the all nothing but net, like at the end of the shot clock. Do we diminish all of his actual greatness because he only has one ring? Like, that's not fair. And if it is ring culture, then we don't keep it consistent because are we then saying because Jordan has 6 rings, and that means based off rings, Robert Horry is better than Michael Jordan? He has 7.
Steve Kerr.
Come on now. So it's like, what are we? The ring culture is kind of like a poison to the people who actually like watching the sport of basketball, man. So I don't know. That's my little take though.
I definitely agree, man. I tend to agree, man. I think too the names that we're talking about, right? The legends and the names that we bring up when we're talking about rings. I said this before, but they did a really good job of making getting a ring look easy, right? LeBron James goes to the finals 8 straight times. Nobody, even me, none of us could truly understand what it actually takes to take a team to the NBA finals and endure all the grueling playoffs and all these other things 8 consecutive seasons. 4 of those you didn't win. And you had to deal with, you know what I'm saying, like social media, you had to deal with the criticism, you had to deal with everything, but then next year you come right back. Okay, so we're just, I think we're kind of taking for granted how much of a feat this actually is. Like, this OKC team is really impressive, man. This Indiana team is really impressive. It's really, and this is why we keep talking about them. The comments by Anthony Edwards, I think that's why that struck the chord of so many sports fans, NBA fans, just for the fact that you seem to be taking this type of shit for granted when getting a ring is really hard. one of my favorite players, Carmelo Anthony, does not have a ring. I mean, we know the list of other players who are legends. You know what I'm saying? We got top 75 players when they did that a few years back, and there's a lot of players on the there that didn't have a ring. But yeah, absolutely, man. Ring culture is it's for the fans. It's for the conversation. I think it's for people to be able to chime in and have an argument on who's this. It's something that we use to measure, right? And it's one of the most unfair measurements out of all of them. And we kind of see it across sports too. You got the Tom Brady's, you got the now you got the Patrick Mahomes, man. You got the just all the greats that just had these crazy runs, and then when they come back and then they don't win, it's like you want to say they're not as good as they were, or they don't measure up to the greatness that they do have. And I would agree. I do think it's weird, but I think we got a clip right here, man.
I think we got to add one more thing to that.
Oh yeah. Go ahead, please.
I'll be brief, but I do think ring culture, and I don't think Brian brought this up, but I think ring culture conversations are those who push that narrative. It's a cop out for them not actually doing research and watching games, bro, because it's an easy bet. You know what I'm saying? There's clips of people showing that Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal or certain people that be on ESPN, they are not watching these games. You know what I'm saying? There'll be certain trades that happen, or certain games, certain things that happen, or certain people win in certain games, and yada yada, and they have no idea what's going on. But the first thing that they'll do is bring up, well, I got 5, I got 3 rings, I got 5 rings. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Google me.
You gotta still watch. Google me. Yeah,
Google
like
me.
Chuck, you didn't do anything. You didn't play like how I played. That's why you don't have a ring sitting here. Yada yada. Like, no, bro, you still have to watch these games and talk about these games. You know what I'm saying? And I think if you're just using the ring conversation as your last bit, then you're not doing the research.
That's the Hail Mary at the end of the game. It's just, we got nothing left. We got nothing else. Let's pull this one out the bag.
And I feel like too many people in sports media use that immediately without trying to take the time to do their own research or just watching the games. Like, because the eye test is something that is kind of thrown around in all sports, but you can truly see like what's going on. You know what I mean? When we did the open to vote segment a couple streams ago, and it's like, bro, I've seen the same 15 Michael Jordan highlights. I just watched Bron jump over a human being off a hoop.
Jump from the free throw line in game. This wasn't not a dunk contest. This was in game.
Right. But I think these types of conversations, where people are actually breaking down what the game is, kind of getting into the X and O's, like, I think that's the whole reason why Bron has the podcast that he has with Steve Nash and how he had it with JJ Redick, is there are still a large group of NBA lovers who just want to hear how the game is dissected and not getting to, this person's only good because he has more rings, or this person is only good because he has more rings. Because, bro, I have 50,000 million points. There's no reason somebody who I outscored is better than me. He's a better scorer than me. No,
not a chance.
What I'm saying? By the time I retire, I'm going to be top 5 in everything and number 1 in sports. All right, number 1 in points.
Number 1 in sports is absolutely correct.
Yeah. There's no reason why
it's absolutely correct.
Who never even came this close to anything that I've accomplished is better than me. I have 20 plus All-Star appearances. Like,
not for nothing.
He's not better than me. Like, he's not better than me. It's not happening. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's more of the reason as to driving the point home of, like, that type of commentary is just lazy reporting.
I mean, listen, what do we say about numbers on this show? I mean, we can see it, man, in just statistically, bro. Like, this is why I say the documentaries that are going to come out after this man retires are going to be legendary, nigga. Legendary. LeBron James is ranked 4th all time in NBA assists. Not even point. We already know about the points, which is insane. Probably won't be broken in our lifetime, if I'm being honest with you. But he's number 4 all time in assists, bro, behind John Stockton, Chris Paul, and Jason Kidd. Those was 3 niggas you don't think about them niggas as the best players in the league. I mean, maybe some of them, but not in this magnitude. During John Stockton's era, this was Jordan, Chris Paul, Kobe / LeBron, Jason Kidd. It wasn't him. Okay, I mean we can go on and on. We can go on and on. But I mean, I think you're absolutely right, bro. There's more to any sport than just a championship. At the end of the day, there can only be one champion for any season, man. Everybody knows that. And, to get to that level and not come away with the ring, some people would say, oh, you've been there X amount of times, you only got this amount of rings. When the other guy, he went this for this. So you call it what you want, man. But when you watch tape, I think we're gonna understand what really happened over these last 23 years, man. It's gonna be special. Okay, that's to say the least. It's gonna be special. I'm really excited, but at the same time, like I said, man, it's gonna be bittersweet. But let's take a listen, man, because I myself I actually didn't get to hear what he said about it. I think we might have the clip right here. Let's run this clip and let's see what Brian got to say about this shit, man.
Why it's discussed so much in our sport, and why it's the A-all, B-all of everything. Like, okay, you weren't a great player if you never won a championship. Yeah. It's like, or if you won one, then you can't be in the same conversation with this person. It's like,
but that's a great point, because what you're saying is like, no matter what you have, you need more. No matter what.
Right.
No matter what. It can never end.
Yeah.
Right?
It's never enough.
I don't know, man. It's just like, you sit here and you tell me, Allen Iverson and Charles Barkley and Steve Nash, our wasn't unbelievable. Like, oh, they can't be talked about or discussed with these guys just because this guy won one ring or won 2 rings or one, like, it's just weird to me. It's like saying Peyton Manning can't be in the same room with Brady or Mahomes because
Now, I don't disagree with LeBron on very much. But what we're not going to do is compare Peyton Manning to TB motherfucking 12. All right, Brian, hold your horses, nigga. Hold your horses, brother. I didn't like that one. Okay, come on.
he only has 1 ring. They don't never discuss that in their sport. I don't know why it's discussed so much.
Look, man, Rose, what's good? What's good? What's good? Hey, welcome in, man. Welcome in. We just getting started. Listen, yeah, Tank. I'm not sure where he was going with this one. LeBron get in that bag sometimes. It's okay. That's still the GOAT. But look, man. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Ring culture can get weird. It absolutely can get weird, man. Players need to be recognized for their accomplishments and what they do during the time that they was playing. It's a lot of great players. And I got one more thing, U-Haul. This is a little something special. He did mention one of these players that, Peyton Manning was crazy. And Ghost, I didn't see Cheryl Miller, Pam, and Paula McGee. Dawn Staley, to name a few. Yeah, Dawn Staley was tough. It was some really good W players, but I'm not sure we've seen it like this. Let me know how you feel about the new W. But anyway, I did hear the mention of AI, man, and I stumbled across this video, and I just wanted to show y'all, man, because I thought this shit was fire.
You're not ball hog.
Okay, I thought it was fire.
Bro. Like, let me break it to you, bro. Hold on. You niggas will never be ball hog. Y'all niggas will never get the ball. Nigga, no! Go sit.
The answer, baby. This nigga was cold. This nigga was cold. That's Jordan. That's Kobe. What are we talking about? Come on, man.
Easy to sum it up.
Come on, bro.
We sitting here.
The crossover, bro. It was him.
We in here talking about practice. I mean, listen, we talking about practice.
Oh, man.